My own story. It's quite a recent event where I play a loyal guard for a nobleman and his wife. The event is about a magical forest in medieval Europe where you will get lost and where monsters and heathens are still common. I was accompanying the lady when a knight of a religious order offered her a coin as a token of goodwill. A while after she started to act strange and we get approached by a nun of that same religious order who has heard what had happened. Apparently that knight was some sort of shapeshifter with malicious intent. The coin could be a dangerous and bewitched item. Being the loyal guard, I tried to take this dangerous item away from her, but she was getting really emotional and started panicking. This was nothing like her real self. I told my lord, and together with some other guards we took the coin off of her. I took the coin for safekeeping. Meanwhile she gave me a small letter, which instructed me to not let go of the coin without a fight and to go to the organization at midnight. When we took the coin of her, she immediately was her former self. I, however, started to play paranoid about the coin. When midnight came, I got OT and went to the organizers. They led me for a small hike into the dark forest where they dropped me off. I was lost in the mist and couldn't find the village anymore. I started walking along dark path when I noticed that at the end of that path there were lit multiple fires on a small hill. This was the only light, so I went that way. Next to the fires there stood two men, a nicely clad priest and a filthy peasant. When I approached them, they both asked about the coin. Both had an offer to make. The priest offered me salvation and a straight ticket to heaven. With the coin, he said he could build churches and cathedrals. The peasant, which apparently was a parter, said that he had nothing to offer but his thanks, but with the coin he could dig a grave site for the poor on his parter's field. I chose to give the coin to the parter. I didn't believe the priest nor trust him with his smug smile. When I handed the coin to the parter, they both snapped their heads towards me and said Judas Iscariot in unison. I was baffled. I didn't understand. The parter explained that after Judas betrayed Jesus he felt guilty, and with the blood money he received he paid a parter to dig graves for the poor, as a last act of good before he hung himself and was buried in the exact grave he financed. Both the priest and the parter were accusing me and threatening me that I will betray me beloved ones one day and end up as pathetic as Judas himself. I ran away and stumbled into the village, where I got a breakdown.